District.
And I'm Lauren McCoy. New Orleans Inspector General says the Orleans Parish Communications District used over $7,000 in public funds on goods and services like parties for employees and may have even violated the state constitution.
Meg Gatto has more on the OIG's audit of the Communications District.
After winning a court battle just to get a look at the public records of the Orleans Parish Communications District, which runs the city's 911 call center, the Office of Inspector General made a number of fines when it comes to the credit card purchases by OPCD employees.
About 44% of all credit card purchases tested during this period, which was a 3-year scope, totaled about $220,000 where they were not approved in accordance with OPCD policies.
The report also finds public funds were used to pay for things like office Christmas parties and employee appreciation events. There was a $2,500 employee appreciation holiday and $1,400 was spent for an award ceremony. All of those expenditures totaling over $7,700.
$173 for drinks and supplies for the crawfish boil. Flower arrangements for about $261, Unity barbecue celebration for about $321. There are things on this list that appeared, again, to lack a public purpose.
OPCD Executive Director Tyrell Morris released a statement saying every single dollar spent by the agency was accounted for and necessary to execute its mission and retain its heroes.
I also hold a Christmas party and events here at the OIG. And so I do many of the things that he does. I just pay for that from my personal checking account. Because the law is clear, the Attorney General guidelines are clear, the Attorney General opinions are clear. You can't use public money for personal reasons.
Morris says the Communications District is adopting the recommendations made by the OIG, like better training for its staff. Michelle tells us his office will be following up to make sure that happens.
If they don't enact our recommendations like they said they are, they're going to have to answer for that and be held accountable for any money that's misspent.
We asked Tyrell Morris for an on-camera interview for the story, but were told he wasn't available. Today's audit also revealed that the Communications District did not follow public bid law when making purchases related to generator repairs and maintenance. And the Inspector General told us his office had to spend $50,000 of taxpayer money because of the court battle, fighting to view the public records that the Communications District didn't want his office